What's up, everybody? How we doing today? Rooster Man coming at you. Out here trying to get my old ass up in some kind of shape, walking. All of a sudden, breaking news. Bling, 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 phone goes off. South Carolina. Everybody was worried Dylan Stewart was going to leave. Now he's not. Sterling Lucas left, ran off in the dark of the night, packed his shit, hauled ass on Shane Beamer in South Carolina to go to LSU. What does Shane Beamer do? Deion Barnes, defensive line coach for Penn State, coming into South Carolina. What do we know about Penn State and their linebackers and D-line? A lot of NFL players on that football team in the last 5 years. I think Deion's been there 3 years in charge, but worked with the defensive line. Guys like Abdul Carter, Michael Parsons, just to name a few guys that he's been associated with and helped coach. I think there's a good reason Dylan Stewart stayed at South Carolina. What about Julian Walker coming in? Another way to hang on to that guy, right? Big news. Shane Beamer steps up and does it again, hiring another coach, making some more changes at South Carolina. Coaches want to run off. You want to be somewhere else. As I said in my video yesterday, you can be replaced. There's plenty of coaches out there that want a job. South Carolina will pay. Everybody seems to think we won't. South Carolina's paying. They're proving they're going to pay for good coaches and coaches that want to come to South Carolina and coach. So, defense is starting to get set again. You know, a lot of offensive linemen hitting the portal. Big Tree hit the portal today. I like Big Tree from when he first came in. You know, that Great Wall of Carolina. Oh, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. But the Great Wall of Carolina 2 or 3 years ago that was going around when all these guys were coming in just didn't turn out to be the Great Wall of Carolina, you know. So now Casey Henry, who was in Beamer's first class, had a lot of injury problems for a few years. Hits the portal. Trayvon Ball, who we thought we saw coming on last year, didn't really. A couple games it clicked, and then a couple games is like, where'd he go? Tree just been kind of bounced around, never could lock in a spot. You know, a couple of these guys are gone. Our freshman guy, Shed, still in there so far as a Gamecock. Haven't heard anything about him transferring, and I don't think he will. Josiah Thompson, nothing about him leaving either. He's a South Carolina kid. I don't think he's going anywhere either. But we don't know what our O-line coach is looking for right now, and that's the thing. With a different style offense, the guys are going to have to be more athletic. They got to get out. They got to move and block at the same time. It's not going to be your typical what we used to call like Arkansas had. Georgia, these big old dudes that maybe can't get out and block in space as well. They're just road graders, great run blockers. I don't think you're going to see that type of offense out of South Carolina with Kendall Browse. It's going to be more dynamic. If you think back to Arkansas, it's very, very much more dynamic, more open. Throw the ball down the field, spread the field out. So wider spaces between your offensive linemen, wider gaps. Because guys are got to get out and move. You got to block in space. And you got to be really good at that. So totally different now. And I just don't think the whole buddy system with Lonnie Teasley and the offensive lineman is going to work anymore at South Carolina. I just don't, and it shouldn't be, right? You're a coach. They're the kids. You're there to teach them. You're not there to be their friend. You know, if they're going through something tough or something like that, then yeah, you listen to the kid, try to give them direction or whatever, but, you know, that's what parents are for, not coaches. Parents still need to be parents if their kids are going through things. Now, if it's something in school or something with the program, then you go to the coach. But, you know, personal things, you gotta kind of set that line and make sure it stays there. It's the same thing as being an employer and with an employee. There's just lines you don't cross when it comes to personal things with your employees. Getting too close, developing friendships to where personal life stuff starts coming to work and that type of stuff. You don't want that. And you don't really need that in the football program. You're getting paid to be there now as a player. You're getting a free education on top of that. So you just got to handle business. You know, you got counselors and all this type of stuff in schools too to also help these kids get through things. But anyway, great news for Shane Beamer, South Carolina Gamecocks. Looks like we got our own Deion Barnes coming in. Dylan Stewart staying. I think the last of the three is Nick Harbor. He showed I don't think Nick's going anywhere, to be honest with you. He's just been South Carolina and he's done nothing but develop under Mike Fury and get better. I don't know, maybe he did announce, I didn't see it or whatever, but just my phone started going off. Some of my friends from Twitter was sending me messages talking about look at the hire. So I had to flip over to X real quick. But anyway, hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day tomorrow. Hopefully good news keeps coming. Looks like we may be getting some commits for the 2027 class already. Usually if it's this early, it might be a quarterback. You usually get a commitment this far out. Might be a quarterback. Anyway, it could be somebody from transfer portal. We're not supposed to know that. Anyway, holler at all you guys later. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Peace.